Assalamu alaikum. You are watching the Peace Online Quran Institute, and today we will read how we can pronounce and how we can recognize the shapes of these letters. Okay, let's start. Say A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay, the first chapter name is Mufradat, and Mufradat means individual letters. Okay, so the first letter we do have is C. Okay, now the question is that how we can pronounce the C. Okay, let's start. So how you can pronounce the C? Seen, for example, when you say, "Hey, I will see you later." So seen, you had to stretch it, and you had to read from your teeth, and it's also whistling sound. You have to create a whistle uh, inside the sound and say seen, seen. You have to stretch because seen has two dots. We will cover that thing later, but so you have to know how we can pronounce the scene properly. So you have to say scene. Yeah, as you can see my mouth, I will read that scene from my teeth, and like this scene and stretch as well. Scene. Okay, okay. So let's move on to the next letter, and next letter is sheen. So sheen. So, for example, when you say she, okay, she, she, okay. So similar to that sound, and say sheen, sheen, okay, stretch as well, and say sheen. Okay. Question is that how we can pronounce the sheen. Okay, sheen. When you sing sheen, so your middle part of your tongue you have to touch with your palate, with your upper palate, and your first part of your corner of your tongue, you have to keep your tongue behind your teeth, and as well you have to touch your middle part of your tongue with your upper palate and say sheen, and then we will create the sheen sound. Okay, like this sheen. Okay, leave it. Um, uh, Make circle on your face and say like roundabout and say sheen. Stretch as well. Okay, it's very simple. And let's move to the next letter. And next letter is odd, and it's a little bit difficult, but when you will practice, you will know how we can pronounce it. And odd is heavy sound. So I already explained, when you will read the heavy sound, the bold sound, or the bold letters, sound will remain inside of your mouth. Keep in your mind that is the technique, reading of bold letters. Okay, sword. It's sword. Okay. The question is that how we can pronounce the sword. Okay. So let me explain. When you reading sword, so let's suppose that is your tongue. Okay, and right corner and left corner, like right side and left side. You have to touch that two sides with your upper teeth. Okay, and also your tongue behind of your uh, bottom teeth, and say sword, and eventually you have to create bone sound. When you're doing this, and you're gonna generate the sound of sword. okay, and like this Sod, as you can hear and see. Eventually I created the bone sound, like the bouncing sound, Sod, like this. Okay, let's move to the next letter, and next letter is lot. There's that is pretty hard to pronounce, but you have to do practice. So how we can pronounce the lot? Okay, so first of all, I wanna let you know that you have to stretch. Okay, okay. Now let me tell you how we can pronounce the lot. Okay, it's similar to odd, but you know, but doll has one dot, so we will read wad. Okay. Also, eventually you have to create a bone sound. So when you're reading wad, your right side and your left side, you will touch with your upper teeth, and also your front part of your tongue. Keep behind of your teeth and say wad. Okay, wad. Look at my face. Wad. Okay, eventually you have to create bones, like bouncing sound, like bones. Wad, like this. Okay. Okay. So now we have to know how we can recognize the shapes of these four letters. Okay. So the first scene has three corner shapes like this. This, this one, and this one. Or you also can say scene has W shape first. As you can see here, the W shape. Okay, so you can say, yeah, Shin has a W shape in the beginning, or you can say Shin has three dots, three corners, and after that, Shin has roundabout shape like this, and also has one corner eventually like this. Okay, let me explain. Seen as three corners in the beginning, or you can say W-shaped sign. Okay, and after that, a roundabout shape. Okay, and eventually has one corner. Okay, let's move to the next letter, and next letter is Shin. Okay, and Shin is very similar to Sin, and just Shin has three dots at the top side, as you can see here. Sin is empty, but Shin has three dots at the top, and also three corners here, here, and here, or you can say W shape. Okay, and after that, roundabout shape like this, and eventually one corner shape. Okay, so you can recognize the Shin. Okay, next is Sod. Okay, so how we can recognize the shape of Sod? It's simple. So you can say Sod has one eye, like eye shape. As you can see, look like eye. You look like eye, like this. Sod has one eye in the beginning, and also roundabout shape here, here, and one corner eventually, one corner shape eventually. In the end, one corner. So let's move to the word. So how we can recognize the shape of word? Word also has eye, look like eye shape. Like it's look like eye. Okay, and word also has one dot at the top side. Okay, and corner roundabout shape and one corner eventually. Okay, as you can see here, one corner eventually. So Swad is empty. His swad has one dot on the top. Okay, so that's it. And eventually, I would like to say that the Peace Online Quran Institute is providing the online Quran services under the supervision of very professional teachers. If you are interested, or if you do have kids, or if you do want to take classes for yourself, please contact us as quickly as you can. My number is in the description, and my also link is in the description, so you can text me, you can contact me anytime, 24/7. So we will be glad to assist you. And in the end of this video, I would like to say, please subscribe my channel, share, comment, and see you in the next video, inshallah.